Today we took delivery of this 1971 Ford F350 crew cab. I'm gonna read the Marty report here just to go over some of the factory equipment that this F350 crew cab was sold with. So this particular crew cab is a crew cab special. Now I'll go over a little bit of this here in detail, but as you can see right there on the cowl badge, it says crew cab special. It came with a factory 390 engine, which was uncommon. Most of these came with a 360, and it had a C6 automatic transmission with 373 gears. So based on the Marty report, because it's a crew cab special, it was one of 23 made in the crew cab variety in 1971. Now in 1971, for a Ford F350 crew cab, they only made 1,135 according to the Marty report. So this is a pretty rare truck. Now this is not a truck that retained all of its originality. It said on the Marty report that it had the chrome Western long mirrors. Those are long gone. Someone replaced it with these aftermarket mirrors. But what we're gonna go through is we're gonna go through and just look at it. I haven't even opened the doors of this truck. Someone offered me the truck. We came to a price. I asked for very few pictures, based on what the typical problems are on these trucks. So I asked for pictures of the roof rails, the underneath side of the floors, the cab mounts. Most of that stuff looks solid. So we came up with a price and I bought the truck, and it literally just got delivered. He did send me pictures of the inside of the truck, and it was just chock full of junk. Now, this is one of my favorite things about this job is I get to go through these trucks and see what people left in them. And it's just amazing because sometimes you find these little truck trophies in there. So we're gonna go through this together, and we're gonna see for the first time, my eyes and your eyes, what is in this truck. But as we walk around, you could tell it's lived a rough life. There is a ton of rust on the bed. Look at that, even a bunch of stuff in the bed. So we got a front part of a dent side cab, it looks like. We got some police lights in here. That's pretty neat. One of my favorite things about this truck, it's kind of weird. I like vintage camper tops. That's one of my things that I really, really like. This has like a bunk unit in there, and there's a suitcase in there that's falling through the old rotted out plywood down there. So it'll be interesting to see, I don't know, are the guy's clothes still in there? What's the story behind this, right? Every truck has a story, and this truck surely has a story to tell. You have to keep in mind, these trucks were purchased for a purpose, right? These typically weren't something that was purchased by a single family. They were purchased for hauling around a crew to a job site. These things cost more than a Shelby GT500 did back in the day. I think the sticker price of a GT500 was somewhere around $5,000 to $6,000. These are between $6,000 and $7,000, brand new from the factory. They're all hand built in Canada, and the production numbers on them are way lower than Shelby production numbers. So to have this meant that the guys were traveling, they had a crew. This one looks like there's 2 beds in the back. So we're gonna explore this thing. It looks like there's a bed right here with some old shades and the bunk unit back here. So it's interesting. Who knows what the story is with this truck, but it's really cool just to get a piece of automobile history right here that's been untouched for, I'm assuming, years. So we'll go through some of it. There's a ton of paperwork in there and receipts. We'll go through some of it together, and we'll look at the dates, and we'll try and piece together when this truck was last driven. But let's dive right in. Let's check out under the hood of this 1971 Ford F350, see if the engine's still there, see if it's all intact. At first glance, I do want to say the very hard to find 71 grill inserts seem to be intact, oddly enough. Lesson here for everybody, they do not remake these grill inserts. They make 72, and I believe they make 70, but they do not make 71. So if you find a good set, they're great to keep around. So they look pretty good, actually. So happy there. Let's pop the hood here. Now remember, via the Marty report, this thing had a 390. So it looks, from the look of it, it looks fairly stock and untouched. That may or may not be the case. These things had a hard life, and who knows, this could be its 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th engine. Nobody knows. It does have this custom hood retention system going on here, which who knows why that's the case, but that's neat. And then he put, whoever owned this, put a dome light in here. See what he's doing late at night. But the engine all looks complete. It's really nice. One of my favorite things is to see lug nuts in the battery tray. That's a bonus right there. We got keys to a GM. Well, throw those in the trash. Don't need those. Let's give the old fan here a little push. How is it? Yeah, this engine might be seized up. But we'll explore that later. Let's go ahead and check out the inside of this truck and see what sort of trash we can find. Oh man, look at this. Looks like someone just started using it as storage here. We've got a bunch of paperwork down here. We'll go through some of this and see kind of what we have. We got a bunch of phone numbers. Someone's old Rolodex. All right. Oh, we got some mail. Who knows when that was post dated. That's kind of cool. We got a water jug here. We'll go through all this stuff and really see what we've got, but we've got the custom rear door latching system going on here. Right there, some custom bungee straps. Let's get into the back door. Now, one of the cool things about these crew cab specials are the door inserts. Check it out. Crew cab special would be like your Platinum of today or your Lariats of today. So it's got all the wood grain here. It's got all the wood grain there. Pretty neat. Oh, and it's got the chrome trim up here. Just how much stuff is in here, man. We got the bunk bed back here. Unfortunately, the rear seat's gone, but well, let's start going through some of this and see what we find. Good stuff. Some random mirrors, tow mirrors of some sort. That's cool. Treasures, I'm telling you, treasures. Oh, we got a tail light lens. That's 15 bucks right there. I'll save that for later. I always wear gloves when I'm doing this because you never know what you're gonna find when you're going through these things. Oh, that's cool. What's this? Ford all-wheel drive, Marming Harrington. That's neat. Don't know what that's from. Certainly not this truck, but kind of cool. Wall art. See, that's what I'm talking about. Treasures, truck treasures, man. You never know what you're gonna find, and that's something that I can put in my office, and it's just kind of neat. A bunch of garbage. Oh, another tail light. Cracked. Garbage. Doesn't seem like much is over here. Ooh, magazines. Let's find these. These will tell me kind of what year, hopefully. Hopefully they're not dirty magazines. That would be inappropriate for my YouTube channel. Okay, they're not. So at first glance here, we do see there's some rust in the doors, to be expected. But the rust in the rest of the truck is really not all that bad. I don't see any major cancer rust yet, but we found already some pretty cool truck trophies. Treasures just yet. Let's go around to the passenger side and open it up. And then I'll get cleaning this thing out. Throw away all the trash. Oh yes, a used battery. I knew the battery was here. It's not in the engine bay. So thankful that it's here. That's fantastic. We've got a Kenwood CD player. For those of you who want to get back into the vintage sound era. We've got a jack. We've got some cool stuff here. Some more lug nuts, because you never need, or you never know when you're going to need more lug nuts, right? Some random stuff. Oh, hey, look at this. Tool. Now I don't have to go to Harbor Freight and buy my tool. It's a Mastercraft. Wow. My fab guys are going to love this. That's a truck trophy right there. All right, passenger rear. Looks like there's a cooler in there. That'll be interesting to see what's there. We're gonna get this thing all dialed up. We're gonna get it cleaned out, vacuumed out. We're gonna see what we have. All right, we spent a couple days going through this truck, cleaning it up, and we're gonna go ahead and do a final walkthrough and also show you some of the goodies we found inside. I love that part. I call them truck trophies. They're amazing. It's like going to the grocery store. So, this truck is a 1971 F350. It's a crew cab special, and it may look rough on the outside. Well, because it is rough on the outside. Virtually every body panel on the outside needs to get changed. But what we did find is very, very minimal rust on the cab itself. So check out this bed, man. It is just thrashed. Bed's gone. There's nothing to save here for sure. It is just rust, rust, rust. They had custom plywood covering all the metal back here, so that no doubt contributed to the rust problems. But check out this cab, man. The roof rails, absolutely clean. The roof rails are some of the hardest things to fix on these trucks. The roof in general is just super hard to fix on these trucks. All of the crew cab special door panels are intact. Very little rust. The floorboards do need to get replaced. I peeled the carpet back just to see. They do need to get replaced. But you can see all the crew cab special stuff's intact, which is super awesome. Now, from what I gathered going through this truck was used as maybe a repair vehicle to go repair vehicles out in the field, or one of those lead vehicles for wide loads going down the road, because it was obvious that someone was camping in here or sleeping in here. It even has what appears to be like a black tank down here. You can see the pull. So I haven't opened that, not necessarily looking forward to opening that, but we'll save that for another day. But what we did find when we opened up is we did find a bed in here. So someone outfitted a piece of plywood, or as we thought, a piece of plywood that was laying on these braces all the way across here, and it was facing down. So we just saw a green piece of wood. Well, one of the truck trophies we got in here was this amazing sign that's going to hang up in our shop. I love hanging signs up in our shop or things that we find in these trucks. So it's a sign for a ferry. Pretty amazing find, I think. Pretty fun historical piece. Who knows where it's from? But this truck apparently was originally from the Yukon, way up north, the Klondike. So we found an original license plate from it, and from this, it looks like it was last registered in 2011. And then we found another cool little piece of automobile gadgetry, is a trailer license plate from the Yukon, as well as a map from British Columbia, supplied to you by Best Western, Yukon sticker, a unfortunately empty case of Glenfiddich Pure Malt Scotch whiskey. We did find a amazing 8-track cleaner, so anybody who wants to clean their 8-track, and then a bag of receipts that are showing data backing this thing up to being on the road around 2011. We did find a Marming Harrington 4-wheel drive placard, and this again indicates to me that this truck was used to go out in the field and repair vehicles. There was also a slew of random parts in here. So I'm not showing you all of them, but there was a slew of different, here's a bucket of them, a slew of different lights and fixtures and lenses and tools and all sorts of stuff, as well as some guy's old clothes and cut off Jordache jeans. It was amazing. My favorite aspect of this truck has to be the cowboy camper. This thing is awesome. Yes, I am gonna keep it. Yes, I am gonna clean it up. And yes, I am gonna put it on another truck because this thing is awesome. It's a vintage cowboy camper or cowboy sleeper. And I don't know, it's just awesome. I can't say enough good things about it. But overall, pretty excited for this 1970. Literally, this thing must have just been pulled out of a field, had sat there for years, and now we have the opportunity to own it, restore it, breathe new life into it, and put it back on the road for someone to enjoy for years and years to come. So pretty excited about this build. Not sure when we're gonna get started on it, but pretty amazing truck with seemingly a pretty interesting story to tell and some great truck trophies that we found along the way. So thanks for watching. Tune into our channel, subscribe, comment below what you like, what you don't like. I don't know. We want to hear from you. If you like these videos of the first look, I call them first look videos. I've got a lot more to do. I like doing them. They're kind of fun. If you like them, let me know. If you don't, I guess keep your mouth shut. But pretty excited about this truck. Thanks for watching.